on DC News Now.
We got 209 murders, like something's going on in this city. It's an epidemic, man.
Calling for change as the district reaches a grim milestone. And DC's acting police chief questioned by DC Council ahead of her confirmation. Plus,
6-5 on a Brooks Robinson home run.
Remembering Brooks Robinson, the legacy he left behind.
We saw some warmer temperatures today. Does this trend continue into Thursday? We'll have a look at your full forecast coming up.
And setting you up for success through saving, stretching your dollar now to avoid headaches from emergencies.
The station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 5. I'm Mark Hall.
And I'm Annalisa Gale. We're following some breaking news right now. DC police identifying the 16-year-old killed near a high school in Northwest Washington yesterday afternoon.
Randy Bass is live in Northwest near Dunbar High School where the shooting happened. Randy, what more are we learning about the victim?
Yeah, Mark and Annalisa, we're learning his name tonight. He was 16-year-old Maurice Jackson, a student here at Dunbar High School. I talked with students after school today who tell me they knew him and that this whole situation is just incredibly sad. It all happened about 24 hours ago at the corner of P Street and New Jersey Avenue here in Northwest DC. Here's what that scene looked like just over 24 hours ago as this all unfolded on his way home from school. We also talked with yesterday Acting Police Chief Pamela Smith saying she's sick and tired of the violence. This all happening on the same day DC records 200 homicides so far on the year. We talked with other students after school today who say he was just on his way home from school, and this all just hits really close to home. Take a listen.
We all are young, and we all just in the community, we just losing our lives. It's just the murder rate is keep going up in DC, and that's sad.
Sad is right, and at this point we don't have much information about the victim, don't know much about 16-year-old Maurice Jackson, but we are back here in his community tonight in the school neighborhood to try and learn more. For now though, live in Northwest, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now, back to you.
Randy, thank you. Also breaking right now, Metro Transit police are on the scene of a double shooting at Addison Road Station near the bus bay. Police say the two people shot do not appear to have life-threatening injuries at this hour. One suspect is in custody. Metro workers there are on scene assisting customers whose Metro bus stops may have been impacted, but right now there's no impact to rail service.
Well, the district has now recorded 209 homicides this year with 3 full months left in 2023. And community members tell us they're tired of the violence and heartbreak. Leaders left looking for solutions to district's decades-long violence problem. Well, this morning, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser was pressed for answers in Anacostia. She called 2023 a bad year, saying that some years are better than others. This year, though, the most violent in recent memory, and we have more than double the number of homicides counted 10 years ago in 2013. And we passed last year's total with, again, more than 90 days left in the year. Now community members are calling on leaders to fix things and find new solutions faster. The mayor says these things take time.
Having the right personnel, the policies in place, and we can't be a community that doesn't have accountability for violence. And I'm afraid we've been that community for a few years.
They implementing saying we're going to do this program, we're going to do this, we're going to put this in place, but yet every day, y'all should be sick and tired of coming out here reporting the same story every single day. If it ain't over here in Southeast, it's in Northeast. If it ain't in Northeast, it's in Northwest. If it ain't in Northwest, it's in Southwest. Aren't y'all tired of that?
A big theme among both leaders and community members is the city's gun problem. Most agreeing that it's the core of the violence issue. Data shows that the D.C. police recovered more than 3,100 firearms in 2022, a 36% jump over the year before.
And right now, the woman who is tasked with trying to reduce crime in the city, Acting Police Chief Pamela Smith, is making her case to city leaders. If confirmed, she'll be the first black woman to lead the district's police force. Our Daniel Hamburg is at the Wilson building for us this evening now, and also hearing from community members ahead of that testimony. Daniel, what's the takeaway from today?
Well, Annalisa, she is in the middle of testifying right now. After her opening remarks, council members now have an opportunity to ask her questions more about what's being done to stop this violence in the city. She did say today that she comes to this position ready to work with members of the community to fulfill the promise of equity and inclusion, as well as keep people in D.C. safe. Now, there are some community members who testified earlier today concerned about her lack of experience leading a big department. She did lead the U.S. Park Police for a year back in 2021 before she came to MPD. She does have a career of more than 25 years in law enforcement. Her positions within MPD include the head of equity and diversity, as well as being promoted in April to the assistant chief of Homeland Security. And then in July, she was nominated by Mayor Bowser to be the chief of police here today. She said several things are going on, including new closed-circuit cameras being installed in the city, as well as mobilizing a recruitment team to get more police officers, something she said is needed. She also touched upon the fact that she said their targeted efforts have reduced homicides by 37%, carjackings down 27%. She said that young adults are continuing to commit strings of carjackings and robbery in the city, and that's something that they need to tackle.
From my first day as the acting chief of police, I have been working with the MPD team and our partners to develop and deploy tactics that will help us to interrupt these patterns and make our streets safer for everyone in Washington, D.C.
And council members, we're just asking about things like the youth curfew, whether that was actually working. She said that is supposed to help families get the resources that they need from, CYRS to get help for those parents who say their kids are just out of control and they can't handle them anymore. So there are a lot of issues that need to be dealt with here. The acting chief hoping to get that job. Of course, this is just the first hearing with the committee before she goes in front of the full council for a vote. We will keep you updated on any new testimony coming out as she is still in there in front of the council. But for now, we're live at the Wilson building. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
All right, Daniel, thank you. And coming up later tonight, we're talking to Catholic University leaders who are also working on efforts to reduce crime following 2 murders near the campus.
Retaliation or poor performance? That's the central question tonight in the trial for former Loudoun County Public Schools Superintendent Scott Ziggler. Ziggler was at the helm of the district when a student sexually assaulted 2 schoolmates in 2021. Our Haley Milan was in court today and explains.
A key witness for prosecutors is a teacher in the district. That is Erin Brooks. She says that Ziggler retaliated against her after she told investigators that a young student repeatedly groped her and touched her, but the issue never got addressed. Ziegler's attorneys argued today that it wasn't retaliation, that it was her teaching performance, and that she may have shared private information about a student. The teacher, Erin Brooks, said a disabled student would touch her inappropriately up to 40 times a day. While seeking help from administrators, she also shared her experience with political operative Ian Pryor. And today, during testimony from school board member Denise Corbo, we learned that Ziggler and other administrators recommended Brooks' teaching contract not be renewed because she violated student privacy laws. Ziegler's defense is really trying to lay the groundwork to prove that Brooks didn't perform well as a teacher and that her firing had just cause. We'll be sure to keep you updated from the courtroom here as the trial continues into tomorrow. In Loudoun County, Haley Milan, DC News Now.
Haley, thank you. Taking a live look outside at the Kennedy Center. My goodness, what a difference a day makes. The sun is shining. People are outside enjoying the even warmer temperatures.
I can feel the lift in mood today, Damon. Everyone looks happier, brighter.
I know. It's the sunshine has just that effect. We love it. And yes, it is a nice change of pace, especially after we had nearly 5 days in a row of that very gray sky with very few breaks of sunshine. And today we got even more of a treat. You saw the Kennedy Center. This is out over Hagerstown right now. We expected to see some sunshine, no question, but it looks like the clouds cleared out even more than expected here. That drier air in the atmosphere rushing in, it won out, and that's the reason we are experiencing more of that sunshine rather than the cloud cover. And there you have it, satellite and radar picture about as clear as it can get. All of those clouds were nudged down to the south with that drier air rushing in from high pressure that's situated off to our north. And as we go into the evening time here within the last couple of hours of daylight on this Wednesday, we will continue to see more of that clear sky than cloud cover, and that trend, it goes all the way into the overnight hours. And we have warmed up to the 70s, but as that sun goes down, expect it to start to feel a little chilly once again, with temperatures falling down through the 60s, eventually ending up later on tonight back into the 50s. Definitely still feeling a little more like a fall preview. But as we head on toward the weekend, should we expect temperatures to nudge up even a little more so? And are we expecting another return of some clouds in late rainfall Thursday and Friday? We'll have your full forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. Baseball fans across the state of Maryland are remembering a legend today after the death of Orioles third baseman Brooks Robinson. Our Skylar Salas talked with some fans who have memories of the Hall of Famer both on and off the field.
Brooks Robinson was known as one of the greats that played baseball for the Baltimore Orioles, and after his recent death, many are feeling the loss. Perennial All-Star Baltimore Orioles third baseman Brooks Robinson passed away at the age of 86. The Arkansas native played minor league baseball for the York, Pennsylvania farm team before becoming the famed infielder in Baltimore, eventually being inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame.
I moved from Baltimore in 1971, came to Hagerstown, but I was a big Oriole fan, and I went to a lot of games, and he was there during the golden era of the Orioles.
Robinson received 16 Gold Glove awards and was named MVP in the 1970 World Series against the Cincinnati Reds.
I remember the 2 World Series when he swept the Dodgers 4 straight, but more importantly later when they beat the Cincinnati Reds in the World Series, and Brooks was he was the MVP. I mean, he was like a vacuum cleaner.
While fans were awed by Robinson's on-field performance, he was also known for his supportive interaction with the community.
I was president of Federal Little League many years ago when Brooks was at his peak. We always had a banquet for the little kids and their parents. So we decided to try to get a guest speaker. I called up the Orioles. Next thing you know, I've got Brooks Robinson. He came up and he charged us $200. Doesn't happen today. You couldn't get anybody up here for $2,000. But that was Brooks Robinson.
Robinson ranks at the top of Maryland's baseball legends and will be missed by fans and friends alike. Reporting in Hagerstown, Maryland, Skylar Salas, DC News Now.